What's going on, guys? Today we're working on a flash drive all the way from Cyprus. I'm not sure exactly what the circumstances of this failure were. It's still a very unsolved mystery for me today. But usually when we get a device that is tested and it's not working, it's pretty obvious that that's the unit that had some information client needs, and we're gonna do our best to get it back, right? So in this specific case, we received a flash drive that after testing it out, it was not responding. So the only applicable way to recover the content here would be through monolithic chip-off recovery method. If this was a flash drive with a surface mount design, there are things that you can literally do to the board to make the device kind of unfunctional if there was some wrongdoing. And I'll put a card in here, guys, to a video that had kind of similar thing happen. But this unit was not working, and it was a monolithic unit. There is nothing you can really do to physically damage the monolithic unit to still keep it in a recoverable form through the NAND protocol. So everything seemed to be kind of going fine at the beginning, but as the recovery started to develop, I noticed that something isn't right. And to this day, I have not figured it out. And honestly, I don't want to blame a client here, because to me, it seemed like he was fully unaware of what's going on, because some other shop already worked on this unit. I guess what happened. If you guys have any questions about this video, drop them in the comment section below. Thumbs up for the algorithm and enjoy the show. Got this SanDisk Cruiser flash drive. It's the first time I see the device like this, but most likely on the inside, the unit is fairly common and standard. These monolithic shaped SanDisk devices had been popping into the shop quite frequently. So my first step of the process to check this out is to see what it's consuming. Plug it in and give it some power. The readings are pretty good. Now we can safely plug this into something more delicate, and that would be a USB stabilizer. So this is the control panel. I'm going to launch it up. Drops the power out during initialization. Power up, and then it cuts the cord. This is strange, but this is a good candidate for data recovery directly from the NAND. So this will have to be sanded down and prepped for wiring. Double-sided tape. I'm gonna try to use a new soldering tip today. I usually use a L shape, but this L shape has a 0.3 millimeter tip at the end of it, and I was buying some more cartridges, and the new one that I just picked up has a 0.1 millimeter tip. Okay, I'm just going to review the schematic once again. As we scroll across, we see these vertical lines that don't extend all the way down. They appear within the block, and then on the next block they don't extend on the same location. As we scroll along, we see some appear here, some appear there. So looks like there are two planes here, and bad bytes are located in different locations in different planes. So as we scroll across, we see that there is a shift at the end. The way that this is, the data cannot be assembled. We're going to go into data preparation and bad bytes cutting. We're going to search them in bitmap, and what it gives us is two planes separated with blue and green, so we can see which one we're dealing with. As we scroll along, we just got to locate them, and by holding down Ctrl and double clicking, we extract them. So when we extract them, the record of location that needs to be taken out goes for specific planes. So as you can see, we're taking out these addresses, and we scroll forward until we see the next one. Next one is here. We're going to take it out again. There's another one. There's one in the bottom that goes towards plane 1. One more. And one more here. So as an end result, we see that our finish line actually lines up perfectly, and we don't have any more vertical lines. Now if we go into Page Designer and go into the bit view, those vertical lines are now removed. You can see none of them are present. Since this is a SanDisk device, Our markers are located at the beginning. You can see this pattern that is different from this random noise that's going forward. That's a usual structure for SanDisk controller. We need to exclude XOR from this. To do that, we can run XOR analysis, but first, in order to know what XOR to apply, we would like to find error correction codes. There, it finds 2292. XOR analysis, it only gives us these two options. And when we have the transformation made, we want to split it all by the blocks, so we can inspect what's inside of the blocks, right? So go into page preparation, split by the block. The block size gets picked automatically. When we split the unit by the block, we can check how they interact with each other by comparing them in the service area. Scroll down somewhere here. If we see that the service area looks very similar to each other, that means that they're joined by pages. It's exercise 16. And we're gonna run raw recovery on this. Block number for SanDisk is the one that we would use. Here we go. So what I think happened here was the flash drive that we received never really had any useful data that the client wanted. The client must have wanted something off of a dead flash drive that simply wasn't this unit. It wouldn't be surprising to me that that person had more than one failed flash drive, and when they started looking for the data that they lost years ago or months ago, they could have figured, okay, well, this flash drive doesn't work, so the information must be on it. I don't know if you guys do this, but I do this all the time. When I misplace something, in my head I can almost envision a wrong place where I put that thing. Like, I would lose my keys, and then I'm starting looking for my keys all over the place, and I'm thinking, where did I see my keys last time? And if I think hard enough, I can imagine the keys being hung up on the back of this tripod, like, not literally, but like I could just imagine pretty much any place where I would have gone and looked for them, that those keys would be there. And I go and check it out and they're not there. So kind of feel the same, that maybe client really thought that the data that was important was kept on this flash drive, but it was kept on another flash drive that also died and got misplaced and got lost. And when they started looking for it, they found the only one that didn't work and assumed that that was it. So sadly, we get like 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 4 cases a year like that. It's not a big thing. I chalk it off to cost of doing business, and that's fine by me. I don't know if there are any other people who do data recovery that watch this channel, and what do you guys do in situations like that? When the customer, for example, when the client, for example, does not want to pay after they saw the report that you sent out, or you cannot get a hold of them, or they don't respond to emails, or they don't answer calls, they don't answer text messages. What are your ways on how to solve these problems? I mean, I feel like time-wise, it would require more resources to get in touch and get paid for the job that you're owed for than to earn that same money by actually putting it towards working and helping other people. But that's just me. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next episode.